Hello, all you pioneers out there. Commander Kingfish here, and I am back in Satisfactory 1.0. Well, as you can see, things are changing, and it's in a constant state of flux for sure. I have really kind of rethought my whole process, and I've been getting a lot of off-camera work done, and I'm going to show you what I've gotten done. First thing we've got to do, though, is run down and flush some tanks so that our plastic will keep flowing. Not so much worried about the rubber. We've got plenty of rubber, and turns out we're not going to be using it all that much. So, but I do need my plastic to keep flowing, and what I actually might do, well, no, I can't, because I've got that all hooked into a supply line, so I can't just switch over my rubber all that easily. So we're going to come down here and flush these tanks, keep them flushed out. I'm probably going to have to put another generator in, but let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, this is full again. Let's flush that and flush this one. And at least flush this one, I think. And that should help keep the plastic flowing. I believe we come over here, we can see that the polymer resin is coming through. So everything should be working away, I think. This should start building resin here pretty quick because I flushed those tanks out. I think there it goes. Yeah, that tank's starting to fill out. So I've been have to do that just to kind of keep the plastic going. And I've got an idea on what I'm going to do. I've got that other area. We're going to make a run out there, and we're going to go take a look at it. I am converting everything over from that area to be built and processed here. So I'm going to have to transport the crude oil over, and I think set that up, either try to get it set up to where they can dump it down there with the rest of the processing for the crude oil down in that area, or have it set up another separate area for it to process right over here. Now, the other thing that I've done is I have changed my criterium mining process. I have all of my criterium coming into here. Of course, I had the one mine right up there, but as you can see, they're all backed up anyway for the most part. So there's not a lot for the quick wire. So right now, and that's the only thing that I am aware of that the Caterium is being used for, is for the quick wire. So I've got this set up. So I've got the two different iron, or the nodes coming into here, with one here, and then that one that was up over under that rock up there, and you'll see where the supply line is coming down for it. So if we cruise over here, let's come on down. I put a ramp in so that I can get up and down. And so that's the Caterium conveyor system, the supply line that is bringing from that other mine. So I completely moved it, and it's working out a lot better. So now, the other thing that I've got going is, and we better go over here and grab some fuel while we're out here. I've got the truck shut down that was bringing rubber over. Really, there we go, we're full. I think we're full. There we go, we're full. the rubber that was coming over, I mean, it was just, I don't need that much as it comes to find out. So I'm going to eventually get that all shut down. Now, that pickup point right there may be where I run the canned crude oil over. So I'll hop out here. I got two different things going in my brain here. So if we come over here, this is where that Caterium mine, the power's still running up there, so I still got it hooked into the power here. And so that's running up to where the mine is. But that conveyor system is coming down over there. And so I was able to take all of that mining stuff out that was right here and move the Caterium. I also have moved, you can kind of see, I've got conveyors that are just stopped here. Now, the circuits are already being made over at the other factory, at the main factory hub, so those circuits are going to come out. I've got cable and all of that already being made over there. And I just got to get more plastic over, and I'm going to end up power and is get the coal all shipped in, because I need coal for other things besides just creating power. So I need it to produce steel, and I need it to produce a lot of stuff that I need to use coal for. So I got to get that all over to the main factory as well. So that's what I've done out here. So we're going to head back over, and then I'll show you what I've got going on over at the main base. And then we're going to end up taking out and putting in another copper mine over there at the main facility. And then I'll have want to eventually run another copper node, which is up on the hill where I'm having all of my steel done. So again, eventually all of that steel has to get moved down as well. And I'll show you where I'm thinking about putting all of that. I'm gonna get down. I like running around in this Explorer. It's a lot of fun. Try to avoid running over the burl nut so I don't lose another burl nut tree. All right, let's kind of come up. This is just a temporary ramp. We're going to come up with a little better process. Again, the Criterium, and that's working out pretty well. And we'll take a look underneath and show you what I've got for my conveyor systems. But being able to put them on the ceilings like that is working out really, really well. All right, let's just top out right here. All right, so this is where I am building, I think I'm building my computers, but again, I'm not getting enough plastic over here, so I've got to really work on getting plastic. Matter of fact, let's just do this right here. Let's just drop that in there. And that's where I got to get that crude oil over here and get that building out. So that's the computers, which I need it for that to build supercomputers, which will be going in to one of the objectives. And if we look at this here, this is where I've got the the high-speed connector coming in. And again, the circuit boards are coming in kind of slow for lack of plastic. This one is filled up because I've got it splitting to come in to build that and to build the computers. It needs it in both places. So you can kind of see the cable is coming down from up above. I've moved that from the one copper node over on the other side to come in through here. So that's so it's getting all of its parts coming in via this building here instead of off grid. Again, this is what I've done is put in signs so that I can tell what's here. This is high-speed connectors. And then this is going to come out over here. Matter of fact, let's just do this right now, as this will make me happy. I've got all of these built that we're going to need for that first objective under the phase 4. But we can take this out and get that out of the way. Now I just got to deal with these, and I'll eventually be moving these. I'll take these circuit boards and move those over. These computers, I'll move those over into there, and that will get that stuff out of the way. So actually, let's just do that, right? At least get this out of the way. And then we can run these right over to here. You can see I get easily distracted, so let's sort this and grab the computers. Where did they go? Here they are, 50 and 8. Let's sort that. So we are getting a stockpile of those going. That's why I'm not too concerned about this with the plastic being slow, because we are getting that stockpile of computers built up. Okay, so what's next? Well, let's go up topside, and I'll show you what I've got going on up there. I'm gonna have to move that ladder. We are gonna be building this out, where we're gonna put in that last copper mine. So I had a empty node over there that wasn't being utilized, so I set that up, and I've got that copper ore coming in over here. And then I had another one right there where that miner is right there. That was an empty node. I wasn't utilizing that. So I now have that copper coming over, and that is coming up through there, along with the other one. And then what I've got set up down here, and for that third one, I'm going to do the same setup. I've got 2 smelters on each node coming in, and I've got a splitter coming there that's splitting that out. So that's keeping everything production-wise. So I've got that set up for both of them, same setup. And then this one down here I have set up to produce wire. Actually, I've got, actually this is producing sheets, and then the next 3 are producing copper wire. And this one is producing copper wire as well. And so these I've set up a little bit differently. I've got this one producing copper sheets, and this one producing copper sheets, and then these 2 are producing wire, because that's what we use a lot of, is actually cable and the copper sheets in particular. So those are just coming into storage right now as I get ready to use them. The copper sheets, I have already put those into production. They're going down and making one of the parts down in the manufacturer at the level below. And then I've got the cable being produced here. And as you can see, we're backed up. And the cable is going down to 2 different functions down below. So that's working out pretty well right there. This is where my circuits are being made. So if we run over here, you can see that the circuit boards, and they're using copper sheets and plastic. So they need that plastic to keep coming in. And it's not coming in nearly fast enough. So once it does get backed up, it'll start storing up here for the circuits, and as well as down below. So that's that. And then the last piece that I have over here is this is where plastic is coming up. So if we ever do get a backlog of it, it will start storing up here. But this is the AI limiter, and I believe we've got this completely filled up. So we're good on that for right now. So now what I wanted to do today was, let's go down. Well, first off, let me check off, see if I've covered everything that I've gotten done here. We've moved the computers. I showed you the high-speed connector, the Criterium. When we were down there where the fuel was being used, I did add an additional fuel generator, and I do want to add another one. I did show you that I got the adaptive control units done. That was 1,000 of those are completed. And now we're going to work on the more copper. And the other thing is, when we hop down below here, so let's go down below, and I'll kind of show you. I'm trying to clean up my electrical grid. So I have that running in. So I have one line coming in from that main tower right there. And so I'm able to attach attachment points on these concrete pillars. And then I can run one line down through here, and I'll continue to run the lines down on each of these. So that way, then I can just branch off either side for whatever a piece of equipment that I put in. So that's going to clean that up a lot. And if we come on down over here now, what I wanted to kind of get started doing today is cleaning up some of this stuff down here. So I've got this completely being processed up above now. So I don't need these in down here. And so I'm going to do exactly like what I did on the others. I'm going to take these out, and this can come out, that can come out, and that can come out. And actually, we'll leave that there for the moment. We'll take it out last. I actually got to make, I think I got to go make another portable miner. So let's see here. I'll be able to run. All right. So I think I can take that out. Yeah, a real spaghetti mess down here. And what we're going to do when we get up top side is dump some of this stuff into the awesome sink. Those, oh, I guess I'm full. So I guess I got to run up above now. So let's go ahead and get up there and make some room. Oh, I got a ladder right over here. We are going to need another portable miner, because I'm going to put an MK2 miner in there. So let's do this. Let's run over to the awesome sink. I'm sure I can get rid of some stuff right off the bat. Let's sort this. let's go ahead and just dump this copper in there. Probably not going to give us much, but that's okay. What else? Oh, I know what I can do with that ore. We can bring it over here. I've set up a couple of, like a smelter and stuff, so that I can just throw stuff in here that I end up picking up, like what I've done down there. And then this way I can just get rid of some stuff. And this is a constructor, so if there's stuff in here I can just throw in here and pick up a recipe. So let's actually, I've got that deuterium that I can get rid of. I don't need to be carrying it. And we can just go ahead and throw it in here. And let's sort that. I want to hang on to these plates because that's what the conveyors are going to use. So we'll hang on to those. And oh, those heavy modulars. You know what? I know where I can throw those. For the moment, anyway. Let's throw those over here. Just so that they're out of the way. We are going to be needing to set these up someplace. And let's get rid of those. I think I need that one for something I was going to build. I don't know if I'm still going to build it or not, but I am going to need that. So that gets rid of those. Okay. Back to the over here and see if, and let's get a portable miner built. And we can replace that down below. Portable miners, there we go. I just need one because there's one already in down there. There we go. All right. All right, back down we go. And all of these copper mines were all normal. Now, I haven't really figured out much difference between these, so I don't know how much better a normal is versus an impure, whatever. It just seems like it still gives me the same amount regardless of what I put a mine on, so I'm not going to get too excited about it. So let's take this out, and then we want to have this facing, probably, you know, we'll have it facing that way, and I'm just going to have it run parallel with this set of conveyors right there that's already hauling the copper over there. All right, so let's bring up our portable miner. Where are you at? Or not portable, but our MK2. And I think if we turn it about like that, let's hit the H and put it on hold. And I think that, yeah, let's just put that in right there. Now, we are going to need power to this, but I think I can just run it off of this one right here. And then we can start getting rid of some of this stuff here. So that one's going up there. That's got to be tied in. Let's see, that is into the main grid, so that's coming in to this one right here. What a spaghetti mess, man. All right. So if we take this one out, let's take this out. That cuts the power off of up there, but we should be able to now run from here up to there. And that keeps power going in down to the limestone mine. Is that one limestone mine? Well, I actually got two set up because I'm using another one up where the steel is being produced up in that area. And it was just convenient to set up a mine up there. And I can't remember what part it was. Oh, the encased steel beams. I needed limestone for that. So that's why I put that up there. So we've got that hooked up there. And I think all three of these wires can go. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, so we are then going to assemble these. And let's go empty out this box over here. Grab, oh, let's see. I may not be able to. Might have to go upstairs and get rid of some more stuff. And actually, I can do this stuff later. I'm just going to leave this stuff right here. So what I want to do is start laying out the conveyor grid. So let's kind of lay this out, see the way we want to go. I think we want to come over here, and I don't know if I've got enough room to run right down alongside here. But it would be kind of nice if I could do that. If it would fit right in through there, then I can follow it through there. So let's go ahead and start. Let's see. There we go. And we want 6. All right. Let's I think if we kind of run right over here, start to turn this thing out like that. We're going to see if it'll fit through there. Come up one. And I might even, well, you know what? We'll rebuild it if we have to. All right. Now, it's well, it's gonna. I think it is gonna fit. This is nice. All right, and we get down all the way. Oh, perfect. I think. Oh, let's get over here where we can kind of turn this thing. Okay, we want it. That's our 90-degree. Oh, wrong way. All right, let's look at this again. There we go. I think that's will work. Post is in the way. I think if we come over here, just back one, I think that's good. All right. Well, let's see how that looks. Oh, nope, that's not going to work. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can get that. Come down here. Like that. And I think right there. Try it. Probably didn't get it quite as close as I wanted, but I think that's pretty good actually. So if we kind of come on down here as far as we can. And so that looks like about right to there. And we'll just start kind of angling up this way a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Let's go up and up. All right. That way we can get around our alien structure here, I think. I think if we come right over here, start turning it this way. And what are you lining up with? Back a little bit. There we go. This is the hard part. Trying to make it straight. Get. Well. All right. So. Oh. Don't have to go too much farther, actually. All right, so now we've got to go up topside. I wanted to get that at least over to here. So our next set of factories are going to come in right up here, I think. So let's see if we can get up here. What we are going to have to do is build our structure out up above. So let's do this. Take this ladder out because we're going to have to build that out, and we're going to put the ladder out over here. That's under architecture. I'll put this ladder in right here. Go up topside. So, again, I need to make room, so we need to put in, let's go ahead and put our, oh, I know what I forgot to do. All right. We want to zoop this. Go. Zoop. Crossed. There we go, and there we go. All right. Now, I need to make room. Let's see. I need... to start with, I need to make room for... Actually, I only need 3 wide. So if we come over here, actually I think 4 wide. So if I put in, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I need 4. So we're gonna come over. 1, 2. Let's just come over. I think I can get away with putting it right here. Yeah. All right, so we want to try to center this up. So if I put this right, if I put a splitter right here, what we're getting ready to put in is a splitter. There. Sure, we got that turned right. There we go. I think that is right. Let's hit H. Just so that should be right in the center of that. And let's move that forward just a little bit. I think that's pretty good right there. All right, so now we don't need that splitter anymore. What we do need now is 2 smelters, and I want to put them right here. I probably could have put them on this row here, but I want to keep them all in the same line. So these are smelters, and I should have enough parts for that. Production smelter. All right. So if we get H right there, and that's kind of centered and that's lined up, and let's do that. And we want to put the next one right here. I think that looks lined up. Get that. Let's hook these things up while we're at it. I don't want that. And where am I going? I need, there we go. I need 6. So we're going to come right out. Now I will put our walls and stuff in here shortly, but we want to do straight. Come in right to there on that side. And this one will come in here. There. All right. Now, the other thing that we need to do is I need to put splitters in front of each of these. Back and grab our splitters again. That like that. Let's hit H. Make sure that should be showing that online. And I think that's about right there. So what we're going to end up doing is putting a constructor here, and here, and here, and here. So let's go ahead and build that. We need to put another one in right here. That's lined up. And get H. That's lined up. That looks pretty good. There we go. That's in. So now, let's grab our constructors over in production. Constructor. Turn that like this. Again, we want to line those up. Hit H, and then that should be lined up with that right there, and it is. So let's go ahead and build that. Now, this one we are going to make sure it's lined up with that one, because it's going to come out of the side and come in over there. So let's go ahead and build that. Yep, look, that looks pretty good actually. Now let's get this last one in. And let's hit H, and I think that has to come over one. And that will come out the side there. So let's go ahead and build that. Now if we go 6 and straight, let's do that. And that is going to go there. This one's going to come into there. That one's going to come in right to there. Got to put this in. We got to put that in. All right, so there's that much. Now, we need to put our wall in, at least the one. That one right there. I didn't want to land on the conveyor. And that shows that all lined up nicely. So let's put that in right there. And we're not going to put those walls in just yet. All right, so now here's the real trick. And I have yet to figure out the best way to do it. Ideally, if I could just run my connector down, but I can't seem to figure out how to get them to connect up. So what we're going to do is, since that's center, we're going to utilize this, and I'm going to do it like this. We're not going to use this, but this is going to tell us where our center is. And we should be able to run this conveyor over, and we'll get it over here somewhat close. Let's see if we can do it like, so now that I've got that lined up, we're going to do this. I think that should, here's what I know what I need to do. I'm gonna do this. Oh, come on. Oh, default. So if I put this right about along there. Let's get it as straight as we can. And we will mark that right there. And then what I want to do is switch that over to there. And let's bring that up. I guess up 2 will be fine. All right, so now let's see if this is long enough. Let's see if we can do it off a straight 6R. Straight. Come in off of that one, and it's got to come over to that right there. Oh, that's not, that's no good. Why did it do that? Probably because of where that's at right there. So let's do it like this then. Let's kind of, oh, let's turn the straight off. I probably didn't come out quite long enough on that. But I think if we do it out, move it over about like this. That's probably too much. There we go. There we go. Bring that up. All right. Now let's see if we can do a straight. Let's go R straight. Let's come off of there. And then let's connect into there. All right. Well, it's not perfect looking. But you know what? I think it's going to be close enough. All right. Now, here's the part that I always kind of have some trouble with. Getting the next step in. And I always can never figure out exactly how high to bring it up. But I think we come over here like this. All right. See if we can see it from here. Let's try it. Actually, you know what? I know where I need to go. Let's go back up above. And do it from up above. You should be able to see it from up here. That's what those ledges are stuck out there for, so I can reach out. So if we do one, that should do it. All right, let's go back to Q. Let's get our logistics. And we want a lift. Now, if I connect up to there, be able to bring that up. If I line everything up somewhat, should be able to build that right there like that. And then let's toggle over to, if I can get toggled to the right spot. Come over here. Should be able to this into there, and that go right into let's do it like this. And we should be able to grab this right there, and that should come on. No, right there. Well, again, I can never quite get these things lined up exactly perfect. It's like I kind of came up one too far, but did get that in. That's flowing in. I haven't gotten power to them yet. Let's see if we can kind of get some power set up here. Let's see. I need to put a couple of more nodes in. Let's put some walls in here. Put that one in. If we come down here, put that in there. And if we put in, oh, what am I missing? Quick wire. I got rid of all my quick wire. Well, you know what? We can grab a bundle down here. I think we can anyway. All right, let's grab some of these. All right, that should be enough, I hope. All right. Back down. Feel like Superman there flying along. Okay. Now we can put that in there like that. And we will put a pole. Let's see if I put one right here. We should be able to reach from there over to there. There, that can get that one. That can get that one. And if we put that to there, that should have brought those online, I think. All right. And we should be able to grab one from there. Oh, did I already hook that? I guess. Oh. Oh, here. This is where am I going? I'm going right to there. All right. So we are processing copper. And I guess we want this to make, I'm going to have this making sheets. We'll have this one making sheets. This one's going to make wire. We'll have this one making wire. All right, now let's get another power pole in, which I think I can put right here. And let's get these wired up. What we got left there? I got one left, which I can put to there. And I can put right to there, and from there over to there, and from there over to there. All right, and this needs to be making copper ingots. We've already got these set up for wire. All right, so everything is splitting out. Okay. The only other thing I really got to do is I got to put storage units in, and I'm not sure. Well, we're going to have to. Let's see if I can get those 4 built. I don't know if I have enough stuff on me. If I don't, then I'll have to do it. Oh, come on, come on. I want to take I need to take the ladder out. There we go. Okay. One. We need to just get enough there. Don't want to mess up my pattern. All right. That should be enough room. All right, let's see if we can put these in. Organization. I supposedly had grabbed enough stuff for these. Is that right? No, other way. There we go. Okay. I think that's lined up there. And that one should be lined up. So let's go ahead and put that in. That is lined up. I think it has to come over one. That's lined up. And let's put that on hold. That is lined up. And it is lined up with that. One left to go. That is lined up. Got that lined up. Now, the other thing we got left to do is hook them up. start from down here. Okay, that one to there. That one to there. That one to there. There. That there. And then let's crawl up to the top. And you can kind of see. So that makes for a nice, very nice setup with my copper. I might have to adjust those over there. I hope not, because I've already got them set up on conveyors going down below. But I do have to finish building this out. And what I may end up doing is taking one of those walls and putting doors in and stuff like that to be able to get through. So, but our copper is in full production. And the only other thing is I might bring that copper. Matter of fact, I probably will bring that copper down here. And then that should produce more than enough materials that we need for the next level products and stuff. So, well, you know, we've gone almost an hour today. So I probably better wrap this thing up. Didn't get nearly as much done, but that just means a lot of off-camera work. I'm going to get another gas-powered generator in down there, fuel-powered generator in to utilize some of that fuel. And I think the next real step is, well, I'm going to get that last copper mine in, but that also means I've got to move my steel production over. And so I don't know how long that's going to take. So we'll get that done as well. But I do want to get that rest of that other old factory out there kind of cleaned up and get the crude oil coming in over here where I can finish building out more plastic factories. And I think what I'll probably do is set up some sort of truck like I was using with the rubber, and maybe have that come in there, and then from there conveyor it over to this area over and in here, and then I can run my plastics right into the conveyor system that's running underneath. So anyway, that's that. So let's hop down one more. Get down below down here, and let's come back over here. And we will kind of depart from right here. So I think that's good. All right, pioneers. Well, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the video. And please subscribe. That will really help out the channel. Okay, keep those efficient production lines going. Just keep Ada happy. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.